Game. I'm just gonna go to the game chat.
Look it down. How to make it in America. Real day one. Ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs. It was hard for us. Me and sis made it out. Now she's proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends. Had a lot to lose. Less money, less options. A lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was all my soul. Shorty got me sick till I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's for the clout.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Brooklyn Bulls. That's fielded in the end zone. Pretty move. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short game.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Blanche. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Let me use this other pot. Dang, dishwasher didn't get it.
Here we go. What?
Looking to throw. Branch. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
What? Nothing. Ohio.
throw. Branch under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? But if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, it might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
What the hell? They be talking about some crazy shit.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. Here's the first carry for Tariq.
God damn it, who those blocks?
He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a gain of a yard here, and now it'll be 3rd down.
We saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll set up a throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them. That's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish him off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Looking to throw. That is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green
to throw. And incomplete here on third down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it.
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So out now come the Lions. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first down. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. From the gun, Branch. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? He's seeing things before they even open and going through them.
Just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
All right, here we go. Green.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll set up to throw. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So here come the Lions now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Hey.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Branch Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Off play action. Branch. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. White 90.
Off the play fake. Branch. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And an incomplete
Bro,
pass.
what's up with my QB?
That'll stop the
bro.
clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Carlos
First down,
Henderson, the
G.
intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Damn, boy.
They'll look to throw here. His throw incomplete.
Russell linebacker.
Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd
All right,
down.
boy.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now, The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. They got him in. It's Woods. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Gordon. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Bell. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good pick up there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Hayden Hurst in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here we go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Room to run past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. So we have no check time in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Good! Good, good! Good, good! Good, good! Over, over! Over, over! Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. Now,
Bro, how I knew it was gonna make me
he
fun.
lost the football, and the Lions have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover
Boy,
up.
this shit
In this
crazy,
case,
man.
let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Following the fumble recovery, Branch, he's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Over, over, over!
They'll start things on first with Troy Cohen. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Set! 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This is Bell. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Boy, you slowed him down, boy.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Come on, let's go. What?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Try at 38. Try at 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Try at 38. Try at 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
On first down, Branch. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Try at 38. Try at 38.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss, and 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Let's go.
They run again on first down, Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, that's not a run that's going to be in highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. For Kidder here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
A give to Bell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Fucking head on my shit with a little bit on. God damn it.
Come on, let's go. Brian 38.
Throwing on first down. Branch. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to the ground. This time Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Flex round. Here we go. Brian 38.
He's back to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Man 38!
Back to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Oh, you got looking
complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey.
Good tackle, good tackle.
Got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete.
That's fucking bullshit. Who's supposed to be over there?
Getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Flex round! Flex round!
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have
That's game, Michael. How you catch that pitch?
2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick here is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball that gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a first throw here in overtime. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays,
come on, Le'Veon, what are you doing?
He creates such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
What are you doing, Le'Veon?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Watch him now, Barney.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he's into the